Hey everyone, today we are going to talk about represent and stand for. So both the words are often translated as the same meaning, so many learners mix them up, but they feel very different in real English. So let's break it down together. And no need to worry about taking note. I've summarized everything for you, so you can just download the PDF in the pinned comment. Let's talk about represent first. Represent feels official, formal, and responsible. It's often used when someone acts on behalf of a group, company, or country. So, and notice here on behalf of, you use it when you act or speak for someone else or represent their wishes. So it can be used in many contexts. For example, phone calls, emails, customer service, work, school, hospitals. So you can say, I am calling on behalf of my mother, or thank you on behalf of our team. So when you say I am calling on behalf of my mother, it sounds formal. So, but in a more casual way, you can say I am calling for my mom. Okay, so let's go back to represent. So I've got some examples for you. First, she represents the company. So it means she speaks and acts for the company officially. So notice here, officially, it means she has been given authority by the company. She is allowed to do it. So she's not sharing her personal opinion because she represents the company. So that's why we say she speaks and act on behalf of the company, like she's being company's voice. And the subject here, she, is a third person singular. So the verb represent takes an S here. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. He was chosen to represent his country. So it means he speaks and acts for his country. Okay, so notice here that was chosen is in the past passive form, and to be is conjugated as was because the subject he is singular. So, and the subject he is receiving the action, but the person who chose him is not mentioned. That's okay because it's either obvious or not important. So now let's move on to stand for. Stand for is more casual, personal, value or meaning focused. It's often about what something means or what someone believes in. So for example, what does ESL stand for? Okay, so what does ESL stand for? Yes, English as a second language. So actually, ESL is an abbreviation for English as a second language. And in W8 questions, the auxiliary verb comes before the subject because ESL is a singular. So we use does, and the main verb stays in its base form. And remember, for is part of the verb stand for. Okay, so let's move on to the next example. I stand for honesty. I stand for honesty. So here stand for is used to express what you believe in or support, like your core settings and values, which don't change that easily. It's part of your identity. So when you say, I stand for honesty, it means you place importance on honesty. So you can also say, I stand for fairness. I stand for equality. I stand for transparency. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. It'll be our last example. This logo stands for freedom and creativity. So it tells you what the brand is about. Okay, so here's the key difference. Represent, officially act for something, stand for, mean, or symbolize something. And I've got some questions for you guys. Drop the answers in the comment. Okay, so today we learned represent is official and formal, stand for is personal and symbolic. If this helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with the words you want next. Okay, I will see you in the next video. Bye!